Ever heard of a mansion haunted by ghosts and spreading fear all around, or a house with some paranormal activities? Whether you believe in haunted places or not, our world is filled with scary tales carried across through time. You will not only find such haunted places in Hollywood movies, but they exist in real life as well. From haunted forts to grisly stories of sufferings and darkness, Top Facts presents a list of 10 most haunted places on Earth. Number 10. The Winchester House. If this strange mansion is not really haunted, it is still one of the weirder construction projects in the history of the United States. Many believe that this house is not haunted, although the U.S. Department of Commerce has confirmed that it is a haunted house. After the tragic death of her husband and son, Sarah Winchester realized that her house was haunted and her husband and son died due to it. So she consulted a seer who revealed to her that her family had been executed by ghosts of those people who were shot by guns made by her husband's father. Her husband was the son of a rifle maker. The seer also advised that only continuous construction on her family's house could soothe these ghosts. So that is what Sarah Winchester did. She put her home on construction for almost 38 years. The 160-room mansion was entirely built without the help of blueprints, and it is bizarre, some of the spookier features are staircases leading to nowhere, doorways that open into brick walls, or deep drops. Number 9. The Whaley House. Even firm government skeptics supposedly could not negate the evidence that this house in San Diego's Old Town community withholds ghosts. In the year 1960, the U.S. Commerce Department listed the Whaley House as haunted. Many other authentic sources have also entitled it America's Most Mysterious House. The very first ghost seen here was Yankee Jim Robinson, who was executed on this place in the year of 1852. This house in the mid-19th century served as a storehouse, general store, and courthouse. At that time, the owner of the house, James Whaley, claimed to discover Robinson rambling through the halls. Spirits of James Whaley and his wife are also believed to inhabit the place, announcing their presence with perfume and cigar smoke. Visitants have also told sightings of a strange, imitative young girl in a long robe idling in the dining room. Number 8. The Tower of London. The looming Tower of London is not only one of the city's best tourist spots, but it's also viewed as the most haunted site. This ancient castle has a lot of torment, execution, and killing in its 1,000-year history. The number of ghosts that inhabit its marble halls attests to that. A few of the tower's most notoriously ghostly appearances is Anne Boleyn. She was executed on the tower in 1536 on the order of her husband, Henry VIII, after she gave birth to a premature son. Anne's spirit is particularly frightful. She is often spotted roaming the terrains carrying her own executed head. Visitants to the Tower of London may also confront the ghost of Countess of Salisbury. In 1541, this English peeress denied to put her head on the scaffold and was trailed around the tower until the executioner grabbed her and savagely whacked her to death. A few tourists have even witnessed this strange and terrifying sight reenacted by spirits. Just wish they aren't in the mood to put on a show on your next visit. Number 7. The Myrtles Plantation. This property in St. Francisville was built in the year 1796 by General David Bradford, and it is viewed as one of the United States' most haunted territories. There have been many speculations regarding this place, and some say that this estate has seen as many as 10 killings. Though it supposedly hosts many spirits, one of the most famous stories is about a former slave called Chloe, who, as the legend goes, had her ear whacked off by her master for an unknown reason. She supposedly attempted revenge by poisoning an anniversary cake, which killed 2 of the slave master's girls. Their ghosts are also believed to inhabit the plantation. So, according to this story, Chloe was executed by fellow slaves for her misdeed. Now, it is locals that have reported that the spirit of Chloe crawls around the plantation, with her chopped ear covered by a turban. Number 6. The Queen Mary. Next haunted place on our list is actually not a place or house, but a warship. Previously a luxury ocean cruiser and warship, the Queen Mary was acquired by the city of Long Beach in the year 1967. It was converted into a hotel and soon became a famous tourist attraction. Guided strolls around the ship's haunted hotspots were started with several other activities. Many tourists report the sightings of several dark figures while vacationing on the Queen Mary. Among the spirits reportedly still strolling around the Queen Mary are a mariner who died in its engine room and a lady in white with her children who drowned in the ship's pool. These paranormal activities led to the ship being called the Gray Ghost. Okay, so before moving ahead, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our amazing videos. Number 5. Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle is one of Scotland's most haunted places. Since its development as a military fort in the 12th century, the place has faced many surprise attacks, beheadings, and even a short capture by the British. Reincarnated as a tourist site, Edinburgh Castle offers haunted trips of the dungeons. In 2001, Edinburgh Castle became a place of one of the most significant paranormal investigations in history. A crew of 9 researchers and around 200 volunteers explored the castle's secret chambers and hidden passages for clues of bizarre incidents. The volunteers were not told which sections of the castle were believed to be haunted. After the investigations, 51% of the participants in haunted sections reported paranormal happenings. Suppose the palace's paranormal incidents aren't enough. In that case, Edinburgh also possesses the Mary King's Close, which is an underground section in which the victims of the Black Plague were isolated and left to die. Number 4. Eastern State Penitentiary. Eastern State Penitentiary was built around 1829 in Philadelphia. It was the first prison to begin isolated detention. Although the isolated system was soon abandoned due to congestion, Eastern State is generally believed to have induced mental illness among its prisoners. It functioned as a general prison from 1913 until it was closed in 1970, during which it housed both Willie Sutton and Al Capone. The prison was evacuated in 1971, and rumors of spooky happenings have plagued the Eastern State Penitentiary ever since. Eastern State now works as a museum and Halloween haunted house. Many visitors have reported mysterious footsteps in the yards, the noise of someone walking in the cells, ghostly noises, and lonely wails that float through the dark corridors. Cell Block 12 of the Eastern State is renowned for its immaterial howling, and one lookout tower rises on some nights to be seized by a dark figure holding watch over the deserted prison. Number 3. Poveglia, Italy. In the South Lagoon between Lido and Venice lies the small Italian island of Poveglia. The Poveglia Island for centuries has been a place of exile and a dumping terrain for the infected, dying, and dead. In the year 1348, the bubonic plague arrived in Venice City, and like many other small islands, Poveglia became a quarantine area. After almost 2 decades, these fires were burning the infected again in the 1630s when the Black Death swept through the region. In coming years, Poveglia was converted to a psychiatric hospital, but it was closed in 1968 after several paranormal activities were reported. Since its closure, the Poveglia Island has remained abandoned, except for the alleged spirits of the tortured souls that once called it home. Number 2. Paris Catacombs. Located in one of the world's most visited cities, Paris, the catacombs were created to mitigate the burden of the city's overflowing graveyards. The skeletons of more than 6 million bodies now lie in the hollow tunnels beneath the city. Many of these remains have been heaped into intricate patterns everywhere in the Paris catacombs. The myth says that if you enter the Paris catacombs after midnight, the walls start to speak. Disembodied calls will try to convince you to penetrate deeper and deeper into the catacombs until you are lost. Lots of myths and legends now surround the Paris catacombs, attracting more and more people every year to experience the darker side of Paris. Whether you believe in these spirits or not, you should visit the catacombs to explore the mysterious side of Paris. Number 1. Port Arthur. Port Arthur is the world's most active haunted place. located in Australia. This prison was called the Hell on Earth by its prisoners. Port Arthur was famous for one of the worst prisons in the whole British Empire. During its 47 years as a criminal settlement, more than 1,000 people died inside it, and people believe that many of these troubled souls still linger. Visitors and workers have reported many mysterious incidents of this haunted property, including ghostly touches, ghostly children appearing in the windows, a weeping spirit of a lady in blue, and many other encounters. At the same time, in this solitary room, the cries of a young boy are heard at nighttime. All these horrific incidents made Port Arthur the most haunted place on Earth. So these were the top 10 most haunted places on Earth. Thanks for watching the video. If you found it thrilling and exciting, press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Moreover, let us know in the comments section below about the haunted place you will dare to visit someday.